Right, okay, so in this video I'm going to quickly go through the trade signs. Quite a few players have been asking about them, and thought I'd quickly show you how you can use them. Okay, so not used one of these for a while, so probably might get it wrong first time. But on the first line you need to, on your wooden sign, you need to type in trade. Okay, that's quite important. That's going to tell you that you're going to be able to trade on this sign. Okay, on the next line you need to put in the cost. What's called in the Littlewood Sturt Fork server runs on gills as a currency. So I'm going to sell this item or items I'm going to be selling as at 50 gills a sale, I should say. That could be one item or several items. It all depends on what you can define on the next line. Okay, so on the next line you need to define the items that you're going to sell, whether it's going to be one item or several items. In this case, I'm going to sell one. What am I going to sell? It's a good point actually. One bone I'm going to sell. Okay, and then you've got to put a full colon in, and then how many bones that you want to put into the sign to sell. So one bone is how many items that person's going to buy every time they click on a sign, and after the colon is how many you're going to put up for sale. Okay, so in this case I'm going to put up 30 bones for sale. Okay, if you can quickly look down here at the bottom, you can see I've got 30 bones in my inventory. So hopefully, if I've done this right, when I click done, it should take 30 bones out of my inventory, and then it should set this up as a trade sign. And there we go. As you can see, the sign has turned blue. That lets you know that you've actually done it correctly. So every time someone buys a bone now off this sign by right-clicking on it, okay, so of course, I can't buy from my own sign. I can only add more items in. Then you can actually, somebody else clicks on the sign, they'll get 50 gills taken off their credit, and they'll be given one bone. It's a pretty expensive bone, really, but gives you the general idea. There's 30 items for sale. If I clicked on it once, if I was somebody else, that'll go down by one, okay, and one bone would be given to the player that clicked on it, and I'd get 50 gills into my sign. And then next time I come up, I go, oh, someone's bought which got a bone. I right click on the sign, and then I'd actually get some credit. If I pop outside, this is on another server, but in the shop above, I might be able to find a sign that's already got some credit on it. And I'll show you what happens when you right click on it. So here is no items. If you can see on the sign directly after the gills, there's a 0 on these ones because no one's actually bought any of these. Don't look like anyone's bought anything since. That's typical. There we go. Trade sign. One bread for sale at 25 gills a piece, and someone's obviously bought one, so that they've got 25 there. There's 700 on here. So for 1357, which is cookies, I've got 111 in there. For one cookie, it costs 100 gills, and I've got 2,007. That's a lot. Okay, I've been busy. I haven't been on here for a little while, but okay. So yes, so if I right click on this now, you can see that suddenly went down to 0, and I've been given my 25 gills credit. I wonder if I've got anything here that I can put in. Building materials. If I find some cobble, maybe mossy cobble, planks. No, I've got nothing in here that is actually of anything I've got in my inventory. Maybe on the front, maybe. I thought there might be some cobble here somewhere. Resources, melon, pumpkin, and that's food. No, I haven't. Okay, if you had items in your inventory and you clicked on a sign, you can add items to the sign, I believe. I haven't done it for a long time, so don't hold me to that one. But you can add more items back to the sign to sell. And I believe it just means you've got to have it in your inventory, and then you click, and those items will then be added to the sign for sale. If it doesn't work like that, okay. You'd have to look up on the link I'll post at the end of the video, where you can go and get more details on how to use what's signs. Okay, so back over here, just to give you another example then. I've got some cobble here. Here you can see I've actually used the name of the item. As long as the server recognises it, it will allow you to put in the name. If you don't know the name, you can use the actual ID of a block. obviously it's got cobblestone. Cobblestone's quite a long word, and by the time you put in there one cobblestone, or how many ever you're going to sell per item, and then put in how many cobblestone you got for sale, you might actually run out of character space on that third line. So in that case, what you need to do sometimes is, if I can get a sign up, okay, we still use the trade on the first line. How much we're going to sell it for, I'm going to put G50 again just for the sake of it. In this case, I'm going to sell 10 cobble, and it's going to be 4 because that's the ID number for cobble. Again, if you need to know the ID numbers, quick Google around for Minecraft item IDs, you'll get a list. And then I'm going to put 100 cobble items in here. Okay, that looks a bit cryptic, but all it's saying is I'm going to sell 10 cobble blocks at a time, 4 being saying that it's actually cobblestone, and then I've got 100 of them in my inventory, so 64 plus 36 should add up to 100. And when I click done, there we go. We have for trade, I want 50 gold for 10 cobble blocks, and I've got 100 in inventory. Okay, so what happens if you do it wrong? More likely when you're trying your signs for the first time, you might make a mistake or two. Say I put in here 50 G's instead of G50. Okay, wrong type of currency. Okay, and I want to sell, I don't know what we got in there. I think we have sugarcane. So 1 sugar cane, and I'm going to sell 1 of those. Okay, and I click done. You can notice that the actual top line there turns to red, and it will try and tell you as well in the actual what you call it chat where the mistake probably is. It's usually right. Sometimes it doesn't quite give you a true error report as such. So we know this ain't going to work because it's red, and you get a chat message saying it's not going to work. So when you click on this, it just reacts like a normal sign. There is nothing interactive about it at all. Okay, so that should give you a quick overview of how to use the signs. I say it's simple 3-line process, stating that it's going to be a trade sign, how much you're going to sell, how many items you're going to sell per transaction, what those items are, and how many you're going to put up for sale altogether. Okay, so that's it. There you go. Happy trading.